this video I will show you how to make a diamond bracelet, a friendship bracelet using purple and green. And I will use cords that are about 70 or 75 centimeters long from here to this point here. That would be about 28 inches. And I will also add about 20 centimeters to the green yarns. Let's begin with the loop. So my loop will be on this portion from this to this point here. So I will mark the length of my loop, and I will start to twist the yarn on the portion that I want to become my loop. So I will twist the yarns like this, and then I will superpose the twisted yarns, and you will see that the yarns will twist around each other like this. And now I will make a knot at the basis of my loop like this, and this will be the loop. In order to open the loop, I will just turn the yarns like this, and you will see if I let go, then I will put the tie in this space here, and when I let go of the loop it will turn back and close like this. So I'll put the purple yarns on the sides and the green yarns in the middle. And I will begin by creating two backward knots. So I will create the shape of the number 4 in the mirror. I'll put my finger under the first yarn, I'll take the other yarn, take it out through this loop like this, and I'll make one backward knot and the second. Like this, and I have created the first knot. Now with these two yarns I will make a forward knot, so I'll create the shape of the number 4. I'll put my finger under this yarn, take the other yarn out through this loop and make one forward knot and the second. And now I will make one backward knot, so the number 4 in the mirror. I'll make one knot and the second. And now I will make one backward knot, two backward knots, one backward knot, two backward knots, and with this other green yarn. So it's very important to keep the order of your yarns, because otherwise your colors on the bracelet will mix. So I will make one forward knot, the second forward knot with the second green yarn, and on the last purple yarn I will make one forward knot and the second forward knot. This way. So I have brought the green yarns on the outside, and now I will create the purple diamond. So I will make one backward knot, so the shape of the number 4 like this. I'll put my finger under this cord, I take the other cord out through this loop, and I make one backward knot and another backward knot. I have created the first knot of my diamond. Now I will make one backward knot, the second backward knot, now I will make one with this outer yarn. I will make one backward knot and the second backward knot, like this, and with the yarns in the middle I will make one backward knot and the second backward knot. And now I have created the diamond like this, and now let's create the edges, the green edges of the diamond. I will take the green yarn and I will make one forward knot and another forward knot and another forward knot on the second yarn and the second forward knot on the second yarn, like this. I've brought the green yarn in the middle, and I will take the other green yarn and make backward knots. So one and two backward knots, and one and two backward knots, like this. Now I have brought the green yarns into the middle, and I will make one and two backward knots, and I have created the borders of my diamond. So as you can see, the shape of the diamond is already visible, and let's continue doing the same steps. So I will make a forward knot, and to bring the yarn back I will make a backward knot, this way. I will make a backward knot here, and a forward knot, and I have created the two knots. And now I will make an inverted chevron. I will create a backward knot, the second backward knot, one backward knot, the second backward knot, like this. I brought the green yarn on the margin, and now I will make one forward knot, the second forward knot, one forward knot, the second forward knot, and I have created an inverted chevron again, and I will continue by making the second diamond according to the rules that I used for the first diamond, and I'll continue making these diamonds until I obtain the desired length of my bracelet, and then I will show you how to create the bracelet tie and how to close the bracelet. So as you can see, we have the first part of the diamond bracelet. And now that I have finished the bracelet, I will start making the tie of the bracelet, and I will separate the yarns this way, and I will take the outer yarns and put them on the inside like this. So I took the yarn from the left side, from the outside, and I put it over these yarns parallel with the yarns on the right side, and I put it on the inside here. Now I take the other outer yarn from the right side and put it on the left side and cross it with my first yarn like this. So let's see from a closer distance. So I crossed the two yarns here in the middle. Now I will take the next yarn, put it on the other side like this, and I'll take this other yarn and cross it with my first yarn this way. Then I will take the green yarn and cross it with the other green yarn like this. I'll take this yarn and the other yarn and cross them like this. Again, I take the next purple yarn from the left, cross it with the purple yarn from the right this way, and I will continue braiding this fishtail pattern, and then I will make a knot. When I finish making the tie, I will make a knot at the end of my tie. And now that I have finished braiding, I will make a knot. Now I will cut the yarns like this, and let's see the finished bracelet. So this is the diamond bracelet. As you can see, the purple diamonds are bordered by the X shapes of the green quartz, of the turquoise quartz. And in order to close the bracelet, I have this loop here. I will open the loop like this. I will take the cord, put it through the loop this way, and as you can see, my loop will close. You can see here that the loop has closed, and this is what the finished bracelet looks like. So this is the finished diamond bracelet. In this video I will show you how to create a Rasta bracelet using different colors. I will use a red, yellow and green for this bracelet. Let's begin with one of these colors. And in order to create this bracelet, I will use the crochet. I will first measure the length of the bracelet closure, and at this point I will create the first loop. Let's see from a closer distance. So I make this loop like this, and in order to create the first loop of our bracelet, I will turn like this the crochet, and then I will put the wool on my finger, the thread on my finger, and then I will put the cord on my finger. I will take the crochet and turn it around the cord, and then with the hook I will take the thread out through the first loop that I created, and I will make the second loop. So let's see from above. Now I have the crochet in one loop. I will put the thread on my finger, and I will turn the thread around my crochet, and with the hook of the crochet I will grab the thread and take it out through the second loop, and I will create the third loop. So let's continue doing the same steps. Until I obtain the length that I wanted to obtain for my bracelet. As you can see, this is what the bracelet looks like, the surface of the bracelet looks like. And let's continue. Now I have obtained the length that I wanted for the bracelet, so this is what our bracelet looks like, and I will measure the length of this cord so that it will be equal on both sides. So I will see that both ends of this cord are equally long. I will take the scissors and cut. And now I will pull on this cord like this, and I have taken the cord out through the last loop that I created. Now I will tighten this knot, and now I have obtained these two cords. And this is the first part of our Rasta bracelet. Now I will take the next color. I will take green, and I will take a bit of the green cord. I will measure this part for the closure of the bracelet, and here I will create the first loop. Like this. I will turn around the crochet and I will put the wool. Now I will put the cord on my finger and I will turn the wool around my crochet, and with the hook of the crochet I will take the wool out through the first loop and create the second loop. Again, I will turn the wool around the crochet, take it through the second loop and create the third loop. Let's look from a closer distance. So I have put the wool on my finger like this. I twist the wool around my crochet, and with the crochet hook I take the cord through the loop and create a the next loop. So I twist the crochet around the wool around the crochet, and with the hook I bring the cord through the loop and create another loop, and I will continue doing the same process until I obtain the same length of cord. And now I only have to make a few more knots, a few more loops. Let's see if I have the same length. Let's make one or two more loops. Like this. Now they should be equally long. They seem to be equally long. And let's measure the green cord to be as long so the green cord should be as long as the on both green cords at the end of the bracelet should be just as long. I will cut and I will put the green wool away and I'll take the yellow wool. Here for this bracelet, and in case of this bracelet I will also make a knot here. I will pull on the crochet like this and I will make again a knot. So I have two bracelets like this, which are equally long, and I'll put them away for the moment and create the third bracelet using the yellow cord. Again, let's measure the length of this cord. So I'll make the first knot here. Let's put the cord like this. I'll put the crochet this way. I will turn it around to create the first loop, and I will twist the crochet and create the next loop. I'll twist the crochet and create another loop. Twist the crochet twist the wool around the crochet, grab the wool with the hook of the crochet and take the wool out through the previous loop and create the next loop. And let's continue. And now let's measure the bracelet so it looks as if it is just as long as the other two bracelets. And now again let's cut the cord in the correct length to be just as long as the other cords of the bracelets. Like this. I'll put the yellow wool away as well, and again I will pull on the crochet like this to make this loop larger and to create the knot. So I will pull on this thread like this until the thread comes out through the last loop, and now I will pull on this knot so that I have a knot on both ends here. And now I will superpose these three cords and I'll grab them with my clamp. And I will start braiding them. First of all, I will make a knot to know where to start braiding them. Like this. And I would start with the braiding. And now that I have finished braiding, I will make a knot here at the end of the cord. Like this. I will take the scissors and cut the end of the cord, like this. Now I will open the clamp. I'll put the cord the other way around. Again, I will make a knot. Like this, and I will start braiding again. And now I have also reached the end of the cord, and I will pull on this knot. And I will cut the end of the cord. So I have made this portion of the bracelet, and now we can either put the bracelet like this and close the bracelet by making a knot here, like this, So this would be one option. And then we have the bracelet like this. So one option would be to simply create a knot here and use the bracelet like this, or we can also make a sliding knot by superposing these two cords and by taking a bit of black cord and creating the sliding knot. In order to create a sliding knot, I will superpose these two cords like this, and I will make an overhand knot like this. I will make this knot this way, and I will start creating the loops. I will create the first loop by bending the cord like this. I'll take the other cord, put it over the first cord, under the two cords, and out through this loop. And I will make the first knot. The next step is to create another loop on the opposite side. I will put this cord over this other cord, under the two cords, and out through this loop. And I have made the second knot. And let's continue making these knots. Until the cord will be too short. And now that I have created the sliding knot, I will make one knot here. To prevent it from opening. And cut the end of the cord. And I will also create a knot on this other side. And now that I've created a knot on this side as well, I will also cut the cord, and I have created a sliding knot. And I will use this sliding knot in order to open and close the bracelet like this. So this is the finished bracelet. Let's see what it looks like on the wrist. So this is what the finished bracelet looks like on the wrist.